Okay, so just really quick opening to video. Now this is another page kit put together. Got loads of Felicity Jane stuff in this, so from stamp sets, some embellishments of Felicity Jane. I think there might be a couple of others, but I think most of it's Felicity Jane. Some epoxy hearts, some words, some foam words and embellishments, a couple of stamp sets, and these are puffy alphabet, and then loads of little bits of embellishments, some Pink Fresh Studios in there. Yeah, lots of stuff. So the photos on Scrap, and it's a Telegraph museum at Porthcurno. I had planned on these being the same height, but I messed that up, so we'll have to think about what we're doing. Papers wise, my black and white is off-cut of some Felicity Jane. Also Tucky's cut parts there. Got some Felicity Jane Zoe. Pink Fresh Studio Dream On. Chose that for those colours because they're what I was looking for. I was looking for the blues for the sky, the yellows, the pink for the logo, greens, a lot of green. So it's got like the pink and the yellow and the blue and the green. And the flowers there, I've got the yellow flowers and the green and blues. So that's Felicity Jane Zoe, Pink Fresh Studios Dream On. Also got this was Echo Park, and it's Sunny Days, I Love Sunshine. For the pinks, again Echo Park and Celebrate Spring, because I like that pink gingham. I do like that side, but I've picked it for that. Then we've got Felicity Jane Summer. It's got this grey stripe, but I've got the blue and the white, the watercolour wash. And then we've got some Felicity Jane single coloured cardstock, so that's the blue, the green, and then last sheet is Felicity Jane from Mila, and that's for this green. And I think I'm going to use, sorry, yellow. I'm going to use this for my background, and I'm thinking of something along the lines of this, with possibly my journal in there. Maybe that. I'm not entirely sure yet. Don't have a think. Or I might do something like this with my journaling. Don't like that. No. So not 100% sure what I'm doing yet. I just know this is what I want to scrap. Okay, so I'm going to have a think and come back tomorrow. Okay, so that was all about the what I'm using. And now we're getting into what I'm doing. I swapped out the long picture of the building for a picture the same size as the rest. I've then printed some sketches off Pinterest and decided to go with that circular one with the dots around it. It did have the title in the middle and a couple of pieces of pattern paper. I decided, instead of drawing a circle and the dots around it, to use my We Are Memory Keepers circle cutter and do a big circle. I can't remember what the largest one that does is. I think it's 8 inches. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. You do get the holes in the paper if you do put a full piece of paper in it. So if you are not wanting to do that, then you just cut a square of paper to size, just a bit bigger than the circle you wanted to cut, and use washi tape and stick the paper in. Thanks to Girls to Go Getaway for that tip, which is actually where I got the circle cutter from years ago. Okay, so going through the basket of embellishments that I put together for this kit, just getting all the circular embellishments out. So those sequin looking ones are all Flecity Jane, they're chipboard. I'm now looking at the stamps to do some more of those starburst or sunburst icons that you see on some of the pieces of card, just to get some more of them. And also going through the rest of the embellishments just to make sure I'm happy with all my clusters. Just doing a couple of clusters around the photos, as well as having the circle of circles. I can't remember, I mentioned in the preamble, this is Porthcurno Telegraph Museum. So it's down in Cornwall. It's on the coast, down a very long and narrow road. It's on the way to the Minute Theatre. So if you're ever down that way, if you ever get as far as Penzance, just carry on going towards Land's End and you'll see signs for it. It's well worth a visit. There's some hands-on stuff for the kids as well, which me and Mr. Ding enjoyed playing with as well. There's also a path down to the beach, which is where the cables go from the Telegraph Museum out to sea and all around the world for the communications before satellite, the internet and things like that. Well, actually, I think the fibre optics for the internet go that way too. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me. But it was a really important site historically in regards to keeping the UK connected to the world. With communications, they often had Germans trying to get on the beach to cut the cables during the war. So yeah, it is an important site. Okay, so you'll see that all of a sudden there's journaling. I'd played with it for about 20 minutes and then left it and came back about 3 days later and forgot to hit record. Did the journaling and then hit record. I'm using my stapler to attach the acetate pieces and just bringing out my big box of Flecity Jane embellishments just to get a few other little bits of washi tape for top and tailing the page. I just felt it needed something with everything being in the middle. It just needed a border. It's not the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. So yeah, just adding some washi tape there. I've added a few other embellishments around the photo clusters, and the title actually just stays that banner, the very best day, because it was just a really lovely day. That picture looks like we're lying down on a bed. It is not. We are up against a wall with a timeline of the communications and how telecommunications developed from Morse code and getting that out around the world, and how Porthcurno grew and become this training base for people around the world to learn how to use the technologies. So I am nearly done. That it was a really quick page once I decided on what I was doing. Chose the sketch, which happens when you put a page kit together and you know what the stuff you're using before you start. I find it really helps. There is just the one still at the end showing the layout, and after I finish popping this epoxy heart spout for some confetti. So thanks for watching. Take care, bye.